everybody, and welcome to Lily's Book Review. Today we will be reviewing Hate That Cat by Sharon Creech. Now, if you're a cat lover much like myself, you may be thinking, drench this book in so much kerosene that the whole world sets ablaze. Well, no need for all that violence, because this book is a real treat. Hate That Cat starts off with a short poem by our main character, Jack. He describes about this cat that lives on his street who he absolutely despises. I hate that cat like a dog hates a rat. Creech 1. As the book continues, we learn more about Jack. He hates cats, loves dogs, and is a poet. Poetry is where things get interesting. The whole book is written throughout a series of poems, mainly free verse, by Jack. It's how he communicates. His poems are like letters to his teacher, Miss Stretchberry. He learns more about how poetry works and all sorts of different aspects to writing as the school year chapters progress. Jack makes for a very interesting main character. Although he's a child, it's very clear to see that there's a wisdom beyond his years. But if you write short lines, a person knows where to breathe. Creech 8. He writes using words little on the smaller side, but the real educational takeaway from this book is the emotional aspects. Jack's way of writing words things in interesting formats. The wording really helps to understand where he's coming from mentally and the things going on in his life. The readers are not Jack, and this leaves room for their words to be interpreted in ways that they were not meant to be. It's not a bad thing, though, because it leaves room for readers to dig into their inner child and interpret things how they see fit. One of the coolest things about this book is how it's all written through poetry. His son's very curious in a lot of his writing. Throughout the book, he explores metaphors and how to properly use them. While also learning about other literary devices, metaphors are the ones he uses most. It creates a broad and funky fresh new perspective to his writing. This is also what keeps the book entertaining. Reading Jack's writing and how he makes basic events so interesting is really awesome. For example, he talks a lot about his mom, who we quickly learn is deaf. This is one of those things that can just be said in one sentence and be over with, but he manages to have something new and interesting to say about her disability every time he talks about her. If this book were written in an average format, I think it would be very boring. The readers would not be able to fully understand Jack's mind, which is the sole thing that keeps this book's entertainment alive. I think that this book can be enjoyed by anyone of any age group. Some older people may find the book childish and not challenging enough, but there's something for everyone to get out of it. Another thing is that the series of events is very basic. There's nothing particularly interesting about the world around Jack, but the way his child prodigy mind explains it keeps the reader very invested. He has such a strange take on the world, and it's really fascinating. It's always really cool to see different perspectives, but the author does a really fantastic job with developing her main character's views and writing style. Sharon Creech does a really wonderful job at staying within the poetry origin while also telling a story. That can be a really difficult thing to do, and I applaud her for being able to pull it off so well. She manages to have a well-progressed story written all through short lines, which is very cool. Now, let me introduce you to my best English buddy.
Hello, I'm the itty-bitty English kitty. Meow. After reading this book, I felt refreshed. At first, I was on the fence of whether to love it or hate it, but it turned out to be the cat's pajamas. Jack deals with his hate for the cats throughout the book. He has encounters that further his hate, but also some that make him change his opinion on them for the better. And I forgot that I hate cats as it crawled up onto my chest and purred. Creech 60! The idea of cats is a constant throughout the book. He used them to describe all sorts of emotions. His poetry. That's all for now. Catch you later.
And with that, this week's book review comes to an end. Tune in next time for some more epic and insightful book talk. Peace out, Bro Scouts!
Meow.
Meow.
Do ba 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 do boo do a boo ba do boo boo ba do.
Meow for how many kitties there are. Meow.
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 Meow.